whilst we're doing this cleansing breath. But before we start, like, find a seat that you really think you can sit in. We're going to have like a moment of leaving the day behind before we start the cleansing breath. And yeah, so if you settle down, maybe wriggle your bottom a little bit to have a really nice long spine, and then put your right hand inside the left and allow the thumbs to touch if that feels comfortable, or have your hands in any other way on your legs somehow. And then lower your gaze, or even close your eyes if that's available. And take a moment to switch gear in acknowledging that we're going to practice yoga together for the next hour. And take stock of what that means to you this evening, things you might like to experience or things you want to let go of. Taking stock of your mental activity, of the speed of your thoughts coming and going, the topics right now, and then the ability of stepping away from them, slipping into the observer role, and let them drift into the background as you're using your attention to sense around your body, your physical body, how you're sitting at the moment. Noticing the position of your legs, your hips, your spine, your head, your arms, and your hands. And then I'm inviting you to extend your curiosity today to observe how your arms and legs, the whole body is moving and reacting to the movements. And then take a moment to switch your attention towards your breath. Acknowledge the quality of it now before we start our practice. And then start to take control of your breath by inhaling, and on the exhale tipping your left ear onto the left shoulder, and then inhaling, straightening your head up through the center, and exhaling your right ear onto your right shoulder. Inhaling again through the center and exhaling your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhaling again through the center and exhaling your right ear onto the right shoulder. And really starting to, as you keep moving your head from side to side, matching the inhalation and exhalation with your movements. Starting to picking up the sensations of your body along the neck, along the shoulders. And then bring your head back into the center with the next inhalation and exhale here. And then release your hands and wriggle your fingers and inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale, bring them out to the side. Inhaling, bringing them halfway up, palms facing up. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhale, and then the exhale, bring the hands back down. And now I'd like to invite you to this breathing practice, and if you have a stuffy nose or it doesn't feel like something you enjoy, you can follow, then please breathe normally and take the opportunity to observe your breath. And otherwise we're going to starting with deep breathing into the belly, noticing, sometimes it helps if you put a hand on your lower belly, inhaling and exhaling, noticing that the belly will rise and fall, taking the air deeply and allowing the belly to expand on the inhalation and flatten on the exhalation. And then for this practice we're going to pull the stomach muscles in towards the spine, and that forces the air out as a short audible exhalation through the nose. And then we're going to release it instantly again, so the air comes out. So if I show you one more time, I'll show you how exaggerated it looks. So the exhalation is audible and the inhalation happens naturally as the stomach pops out again. And we're going to do a few together, and you can do them in your own time. Everyone has their own rhythm. And if at any point you feel uncomfortable or dizzy, just return to your ordinary way of breathing. So let's take a few deep breaths deep into the belly, inhaling and exhaling. And then let's take an inhale to prepare, and snapping the stomach muscles in, and then exhale, release. Sorry, I've thrown your rhythm there. And for me it definitely works at the moment. Let's do it again together. Sorry, messed up around. So concentrate on your breath, taking an inhalation and exhalation, noticing the movement of your belly, inhaling to prepare, and release. And if you do need to blow your nose in between, then please do. It is said to be a cleansing breath that helps, especially this time of year. I like to do it because our system gets so bombarded with viruses and switching into central heating. There's a lot for our nose to get rid of, so let's give it a little helping hand. One last round. Inhale and exhale, and then inhale to prepare, and release. And this way of breathing is energizing, so it's not recommended for evenings without counter acting on the breath. So we're now, it's I've heard a nice analogy to be a coffee breath. So it's like drinking coffee, breathing like this. So I would quite like to bring it back at least to balance out with Ujjayi breath, if you're familiar with that, the victorious breath in the back of your throat. Mm-hmm. If we do that together, that is really helpful to lengthen the inhalation and the exhalation. Yes, by all means, if you need to change your position. I didn't think I would be talking all that much, I'm sorry. Mm. But it is quite important to switch to bring the system down. We'll do it later on. Ujjayi breath is quite a nice breath that is through the back of your throat, and it's, if you think of it, it's like a hose pipe when you're trying to reduce the outlet of water by using your thumb. You're doing the same with the back of your throat with the air, so you're condensing the airflow, and therefore the air gets faster and reaches deeper into our lungs and makes the exchange of air more efficient. The way that we can learn it is by opening the mouth. That's how I've learned it. I found it quite helpful. And breathing through the back of the throat with an open mouth, and it's exaggerating like this. And then if you want to try that a couple of times, and then you definitely need to drink or swallow or lick your lips. And then when you feel like you've got that restriction at the back of the throat, close your lips and keep that restriction at the back of your throat. So you can have a little play around with it. I certainly need some water. And with a bit of practice, you can feel that you are starting to have a hold or a grip on your breath, and with that you can lengthen or even shorten it as you need it for your yoga practice. I use it even in other situations throughout my day, sometimes when I need to rebalance or just focus. It really helps me because of the sound of the breath is so familiar, and then it really, my nervous system responds really well to it. So that's something to bear in mind whenever you remember throughout the practice. You can always switch to that breath that's balancing, but also known as a water breath, because water is quite balancing and equalizing. And now if you want to change position, we're going to start lying down. If you want to remove all your props to come onto your backs, with your feet close to your buttocks, rolling all the way down. And of course, if you are familiar with having any support whilst lying down, then please use those. And here's now a great opportunity to again allow this Ujjayi breath to settle within your experience in a different position, in a different pose. And I would like you to notice the weight of your upper body on the mat. Noticing your footprints, near your buttocks. And then on the next inhalation, take your left foot up towards the ceiling and start rotating it in big circles, just like the foot, and noticing the sensations in your ankle. If your leg feels heavier and you would like to support it, you can grab your thigh behind, like below your knee and the back of your thigh, and then change the direction. And then if you like to work with your breath, then inhale, pulling the toes towards your face, and then exhale, pointing the toes away. Inhaling, pulling the toes towards your face, and exhale, pointing the toes towards the ceiling. Inhaling to flex the foot, and exhale to point towards the ceiling. Next, inhaling, flexing the foot towards the ceiling, and on the exhale, move just the sole of your foot over to the right. Inhaling, bringing the sole of the foot back towards to face the ceiling, and then exhaling, turn at the ankle for the sole of the foot to turn towards the left. Inhaling back towards the ceiling, and exhale, turning the sole of the foot towards the right. Inhaling, bringing the sole back up towards the ceiling, and exhale, turning it over to the right. Inhaling up to the ceiling, and then exhaling over to the right. One more, inhaling, turning the sole of the foot to the ceiling, and exhaling over to the left. Inhaling, bringing the foot back. Exhale, point the foot towards the ceiling, and then give your whole foot and leg a little shake and bring it back down to meet the right. On the next inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling. Let's start with feeling into the ankle by rotating the foot in one direction. taking your time to really exploring each part of the circle equally, and then turn it in the other direction. And then let's attach the movement to the breath, inhaling, flexing the foot towards your face, and then exhaling, pointing the foot towards the ceiling. Inhaling, taking the foot towards your face, and exhaling, pointing it away. Inhaling, bring the foot to your face, and exhale, pointing it away. Inhaling, bringing the foot towards your face, and on the exhale, turn at the ankle to bring the sole of the foot over to the left. Inhaling, bringing the foot back through the center, and exhale, allowing the sole to look to the right. Inhaling, bringing the foot back to the center, and exhaling, turning the sole to the left. Inhaling, bringing the foot to the center, and exhale over to the right. If at any point you want to hold your leg as support, that's quite nice. Inhaling back through the center, and then exhale, point the foot back towards the ceiling, and then start giving it a shake. And shake your leg all the way down towards the mat. And here we're going to have the arms as support next to the body. We're going to come into a bridge pose a couple of times. With a twist, we're going to lift, inhaling and lift the feet off the mat so that the heels are digging into the mat, and exhale. And on the inhale, we're going to lift the pelvis by moving the knees towards the short end of the mat, and then exhale, bringing the pelvis back down. And the feet as well. Take a couple of breaths here. And then again, inhaling, lifting the feet off the mat. Exhale, inhaling, lifting the pelvis up. And exhale, inhale, and then taking the hips and the feet back down onto the mat. Take a resting breath here. Inhaling to lift the toes and the sole up so the heels are on the mat. Exhale, inhaling, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, the hips and the feet back down. And now move your feet a little bit further away from you. And then we're going to repeat the same sequence. Inhaling, lifting the feet up, and exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, dropping the pelvis and the feet back down. Inhaling, lifting the feet up, exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. And now inhale, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, dropping the arms, the hips, and the feet all the way back down. 2 more. Inhaling, lifting the feet up. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhaling, lifting the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and exhale, taking all the body parts back down to the starting position. And the next inhale, lifting the feet up, and exhale. Inhale, lifting the pelvis up, and exhale. Inhaling, lifting the hands up towards the ceiling, and exhale, taking all the parts back down onto the mat. And release. And next we're going to roll over onto our left-hand side. And we're going to take our right hand on top of the hip, and I'm inviting you to explore the movement of lift the right knee up towards the ceiling without involving the hip. That's why the right hand is on the hip. So it's a small movement. Inhaling, lifting the right knee up, and then exhale, bringing it back down. Inhaling, lifting the right knee up, and exhale down. And then 2 more times, sorry, back down. And then 1 more, and exhale down. And then we're going to switch, allowing the right leg to lie heavy on the left. I'm going to switch to the lower leg, keeping the knees together. Inhale, lifting the right foot towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the right foot up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the right foot up, and exhale down. And one last one, inhale, and exhale down. Inhale one more time here, and then exhale, release, rolling back onto, through the center on your back. And then come onto the right hand side, making a cushion for your arm, taking your left hand on your left hip, bringing the knees in gently. And then let's start here, watching out for the hip. Inhaling, keeping the feet together and lifting the left knee up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing it down. Inhaling, lifting the left knee up, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the left knee up towards the ceiling, and exhale down. And one last time, inhale, lifting the knee up. Fantastic, and exhale down. And then we're going to switch to the lower part, inhaling, lifting the left foot up towards the ceiling, knees stay together, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the foot towards the ceiling, and exhale down. Inhaling, lifting the foot up, and exhale down. And one last time, inhale, and exhale, bring it back down. And then roll back into the center, opening having the feet again up towards the buttocks, a little bit wider apart, and the hands come out like a capital T. And we're going to start to take a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, drop the knees and your gaze over to the left hand side, and then inhaling through the center, rolling the head through the center and the knees, and then exhaling over to the right hand side. Inhaling the knees and the head through the center, and exhaling over to the left. And then again inhaling through the center and exhaling to the right. And then inhaling through the center. Next time you come onto the left, roll over onto your left side of the body, taking your right arm on top of the left. As you're inhaling, you're rolling again across the mat with a heavy back and head, and coming over onto the right side, inhaling through the center and exhaling over to the left. And then next time, as you're coming onto the right, come onto the lower arm of your right hand side, and then bring yourself back down, rolling on the inhalation across the mat, and then bringing yourself up on each side. Inhaling, and then on the exhale, rolling onto the side and rolling onto that. If you're rolling onto the right, you come onto the lower part of your right arm with your upper body lifting up. And then inhaling, rolling back down, and then exhaling over to the left. Lovely. And then inhale, rolling back down, and exhale, come back onto the other side. Lovely. Inhaling, go down and up. Let's do that a couple more times, and then you're going to push yourself back into sitting. So you come up the next time onto your elbow, your lower arm, bring yourself up and into sitting. And we're going to sit with our legs out for a little while. If you feel more comfortable to be on the block, then please use the block. We're going to open the legs and do some stretches while sitting down. And they're going to be a little bit more dynamic. So find a nice, comfortable seat. Okay. And then wriggle your sitting bones, allowing your spine to be nice and long. And then let's take the arms out to the side on the inhale. And on the exhale, bring them back down. Turning the palms, inhaling, taking the arms up. And then on the exhale, let's turn over to the right leg. Inhale and flexing the foot towards the face, and exhale, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and on the exhale, take your left forearm onto the mat and lean over to the right, pointing away the right foot. Inhaling, coming back up. Promise it gets easier. And exhaling, flexing your right foot and leaning over the right foot. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling, leaning onto the left arm, pointing the right foot away so we can really roll towards the left hand side. And inhaling to come up, flexing the right foot, and exhale, lean over. Inhaling to come up, and then exhale to lean over, taking the left arm over and stretch. Lovely. Inhaling one more time, and exhale, leaning over the right. Inhaling to come up, and then if it feels comfortable, bring your right leg in towards your groin. And we're going to repeat this dynamic move, inhaling, taking the arms out to the side, and then flexing the right foot, and exhaling, leaning over the right foot.
Left foot. Left foot.
Oh, I've folded in the left leg.
Oh,
I've told you.
in the left foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Folded in your right.
It is my right, I know, but I'm trying to be the same as you.
So we're doing
So the leg that we were working on is still out straight, I think, is the.
This is you have been leaning over the
Yeah, on this leg. Yeah.
over the right leg,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you leaned over to the left.
Yes.
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 Then
Yeah.
you want
So
to-
I didn't realise we were doing mirror. But no, you did say fold your right leg. That's what confused us. I think.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
Yeah.
I sometimes lose my left and
No,
right.
you're fine. I have to really go around.
I have problems too.
But we're still like now having the original leg out and kind of like moving over to the
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
because that is the movement we keep doing.
Yeah.
And yes, then we're all good.
Sorry, we broke the right flow.
No, it's my fault. Inhale, take the arms up, flex your right foot, and exhale, leaning over the right leg. And then inhaling to come up, pointing the right foot and lean onto the left leg and take the right arm over. It's certainly my fault. Inhaling to come up, flexing the right foot, and exhaling, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, pointing the right foot away and exhaling over to the left. Inhaling again towards the middle, and then exhaling, flexing the right foot and come up. And then inhale, come all the way up. And here we're going to take a moment to prepare our wrists, because next time we're going to lean onto, if it feels comfortable, you can always go back a step or repeat what we've done. But if it feels comfortable, then next we're going to press onto the left leg and lift the hips up, pointing the right toe away. So let's see how that goes. Let's move our wrists a little bit, give them a little shake. And then inhale them up towards the front and exhale. Inhale, bringing them towards your face. Exhale, moving them away. Inhaling up to the face and exhale away. Sensing into the feedback your wrists are giving you today. Inhale, and then exhale, moving them out to the side. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling all the way down, pointing towards the floor. Inhaling to come up. And exhale, moving them over this way. Inhaling, taking them out to the side. And exhale, bringing them back. Inhaling, allowing fingertips to meet. And exhale back. Inhale, bring them all the way to your face. And release. Okay, now wriggle your sitting bones again to find your length of your spine. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side, flex your right foot, and then exhale, leaning over the right leg. Inhaling to come up, and then if it feels comfortable, push into your left hand and lift your hips up, rolling down. Inhale here, and then exhale. Inhaling, coming back through the center, flexing the right foot, and exhale, leaning over the right leg. Inhale here, and exhale. And then inhale to come up through the center, taking the left hand down, and exhale, lifting the hips, rolling onto the long right foot, Keep a couple of breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And then inhale, coming back to the center. And exhale, leaning over your right leg. Inhaling to come up to the center. And then exhale, lift and lean. Inhaling through the center. And exhale, leaning over the right leg with a flexed foot. Inhaling to come up. And exhale, this is the last one. Leaning and rolling over. Inhaling to come up. And exhale, finishing over the right leg. And inhale to come up. Nice. And bring your legs out in front and give them a little wriggle. And take your hands onto your legs to give them a little massage up and down. And whilst you're doing that, allow your sensations to travel into your back. Notice any differences between the two sides. Let's take a moment, inhale, and then on the exhale, allowing the upper body to move forward and find stillness. And you either want to support yourself with the hands or allowing the upper body to soften towards the legs. And this can allow you to compare the two legs and parts of the back, the right and the left. And then inhaling to come back up. And then on the exhale, start to move your legs back out again. Finding your sitting bones. And now we're going to the left side. Inhaling, taking the arms out to the side. And then on the exhale, flex your left foot and lean over the left leg. Inhaling to come out and take the arms up. And then exhale, lean onto the right part of the lower part of the right arm and stretch your left leg away, pointing the foot. Inhaling to come back through the center. Flexing your left foot and exhale, leaning over the left leg. Inhaling to come up. And then pointing the left foot and exhaling, leaning away. Inhaling to come back through the center. Exhaling, leaning over the left leg, flexing the foot. Inhaling to come up. And exhaling, pointing the foot away and roll over to the right. Inhaling to come back through the center. And exhale, flexing the foot, leaning forward. And then come back up into the center. Bring your right leg in. And find a nice place for that. And then let's take another inhale, taking the arms out to the side, and on the exhale, leaning forward over the left leg, flexing the foot. Inhaling, coming up to the center, and on the exhale, lean onto the over to the right, pointing the left leg away from you. Sorry. Inhaling, coming through the center, flexing the foot and leaning over the left leg. Inhaling, coming through the center, and then pointing the left foot and exhaling and leaning over to the right. Inhaling to come back up, flexing your left leg, and exhale, leaning over the left. Inhaling to come back up, and exhale, leaning, reaching over to the right. Inhale to come back through the center, and exhale, leaning over the left leg, and then release. Let's give our wrists another little stretch. This time let's involve the eyes as well. So if you have your hands stretched out in front, and if you look at the lines or the interlace, or focus on the tip of your thumbs, and then inhale, and then on the exhale, bring your hands towards your chest and allow your gaze to drift into the distance. Inhaling, bringing the hands out in front, allowing your eyes to focus on some of your lines in your hands, and then exhale, bringing the hands to the chest and allowing your gaze to soften and move a few meters away from you. Inhaling to move your hands away and focus on something on your hands. And exhale, release the eyes and look further away. Inhaling, taking the hands away from you and look at the lines in your hands. Exhaling, moving your hands to your chest and move your drift away. Inhaling one last time. And then exhale, bring your hands to your chest and release. Inhale, taking the arms out to the side. We're going to come onto the hands next. Exhaling over the left leg with the foot flexed. Inhaling, coming through the center. And then the exhale, come onto the right arm and lift your hips up. Inhaling back through the center. And exhaling, leaning over the left leg. Inhaling, coming back up. And exhaling, lean over to the right. Point the foot and roll forward. Inhaling through the center. And exhale, leaning over the left leg. Inhaling to come up. And exhaling to lift and lean over to the right. Lovely. Inhaling through the center. And exhale, leaning over the left leg. Inhaling through the center and exhaling, lift and lean to the right. And then pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, coming back through the center. And exhale, leaning over the left leg. Take a couple of breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And then inhale to come all the way up. And release. Both legs right in front. And then let's pretend to pick up some very valuable items on your hands. And without dropping them, let's stand up. So in any way that feels sensible or comfortable. Perfect.
Just one thing I cannot.
Fair enough. So you can throw them down now. You've done it. Okay. We are going to move to the back of the mat. Yes. And I'm inviting you to continue on a bit of a dynamic journey for balance. So we're going to lower down towards, like, you know, the front. So let's see how that feels. Maybe like not, like see how it goes, how far you'd like to lean forward. Maybe I'll show you what I have in mind. So we're going to like move forward and then bending the knee and then make a transition to the back leg and lifting the leg in front. And then we keep alternating between the two, okay? It's probably easier when I just get on with it. So let's start with gathering our focus and our concentration. Send your awareness into your feet. Inhale, lifting your toes to engage the arches and make a connection to your footprint. And then exhale, dropping the toes back down. And then lower your gaze or close your eyes for a moment to sense into your structure that is above your footprints, held up by your knees and your hips, your strong foundation. And then notice the lift and the length of your upper body. Your tummy muscles are strong and lifting, elongating your spine. Your chest might be lifted. And your neck is nice and tall. The crown of your head feels like it's traveling towards the ceiling. Your arms might be activated or might be relaxed on the side of your body. And then open your eyes and find a spot that you can concentrate and focus on. Inhale, taking the arms out to the side. And exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Shift your body weight over to the right leg. inhaling, lifting the left leg forward, and then bending your right knee, and then exhale, lift onto your left leg. Inhale here, and on the exhale, soften your left leg